All right, guys, this session is about negotiation tactics. It's very, very simple formula that I'm going to share within literally about 10 or 15 minutes. It's called SWOT. Okay. Before you walk into negotiating a deal, guys, you make a table called SWOT. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
Strength, you said, strength?
Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. You need to sit down and let's say in this case, Seti, would you like to do this with me? Yeah, very quickly.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, so let's say I'm coming to you and you're showing me a property. You're an agent on a property. You're coming to show me the property. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before I walk in to see this property, I would sit down and write down what are Seti's strengths, what are my strengths in the context of the property we are looking at. What are Seti's weaknesses? What are my weaknesses? What are my opportunities? What are Seti's opportunities? What are my threats in the worst case scenario? And what are Seti's threats? Does that make sense, guys? Okay. I'm going to look at both the tables and then I walk into the negotiation table. Okay. I'm going to speak with Seti and say, Seti, I'm the most strongest contender when it comes to buying this property. Here is the proof of funds. Here is my CV. Here is all my credit file, the number of properties that I have or whatever I've done, my experience. Remember, you can use the experience of the team. All right. Mm-hmm. His strengths could be that he's the decision maker between him and the landlord, the seller. Okay. He has the control. He has the key. If he decides not to take my proposal to the lender, there is absolutely nothing I can do. So my point here is that I need to build a good rapport, okay, with him. I need to be able to bring him to a point where he can first of all trust me that I can deliver. Okay. This can be in a normal residential property or it can be in a development project. It doesn't really matter. Okay. In fact, this negotiation applies to every single context. You're walking in and you're negotiating a deal with the landlord, let's say a land deal. Same formula, guys. Strengths, weaknesses. Let's say you're negotiating it with the landlord. Let's say the Seti is the lender himself, is the landlord himself. Let's make this a bit more easier, right? Let's say you're the landlord. Now his weaknesses could be, through the GROW model, you need to find out from Seti if he is desperate. You need to know if there is a weak point. Does that make sense, guys? Through the GROW model, those of you who haven't been through the GROW model, guys, you need to go through the GROW model. By asking the questions, you need to find out if he is desperate. And if he is desperate, what level of desperation is there on a scale of 1 to 10? Okay? Because there is desperation at level 2, which may not be that desperate, to a desperation level 10, which is really desperate. This guy could be going bankrupt. You don't know. But through GROW model, you can extract that information when you meet him. Okay? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Opportunities could be, you walk into Seti and say, Seti, here is the opportunity, right? You've got a piece of land or you've got a property that we can potentially develop it to 8 units. Okay? You propose a JV collaboration. You propose an option agreement. Does that make sense, guys? You need to fill this form, this table, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats for both sides. Okay? Very, very simple negotiation tactic, guys. The more you fill that form or the more you fill that table, the more tools you get to be able to negotiate. Are you with me on this? Any questions on this? This is very quick fire, very basic stuff, but I just wanted to cover this for everyone. Seti, do you have any questions on this? I know you already know this.
No, this is fun. I was going to say fun and games. I wanted to add a few tips if it could.
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead. Yeah.
You know, one thing that a little bit of background. Obviously, we've got a lot of newbies here as well. So my industry background is 17 years. I've got an agency in East London. We've got 300 odd managed properties. We're growing through opportunities this year as well. The aim is by next year beyond 700 managed properties. We do commercial, we do sales. So I'm in the other side. So if you guys ever need to bounce off stuff as well, always there to help, as Jack knows as well, any one of the team members and whatever not. A big thing I would say when you're going for these opportunities, and if there's something that you're looking to purchase and you want to add to what Jack said earlier, your CV, your experience, your proof of funds, add a little dangled carrot in there to turn around and say you're doing this as an investment and you're looking for a good agent to look after the property, and they will give in. That's a big winner now.
It is.
Because people want subscriptions. I will sell something to anyone, unless it's a £1 million house or we sell on as well. If it's a rental, I want to give it to an investor. I want to sell it to the investor. I want to have the management back, because then I'm building that relationship up for 10, 15, 20 years, whatever the longevity is of the relationship.
Yes.
So that's a big thing. Whether or not, at the end of the day, we always do things with integrity and honesty as much as we can. But for whatever reason, that at the beginning things may be a bit tight and you can't get them to manage it, but always keep them in your forefront, because good agents will always have good opportunities coming in. So keep the relationship good with them.
Keep the relationship good with them. Yeah.
You'll be, Jack, you'll become first pickings with a lucrative deal, which I don't need to put on the market. I know Jack's good enough to buy it. I know his background. I know his experience. I know his deliverability in regards to purchasing it. If he likes it and he says, yes, I'm going for it, he won't back out.
Yep. Guys, let me share with you. I mean, thank you, Seti. That is an amazing point you've added, that people want to see the long tail of the business.
Yeah.
Okay. It's very, very important to present that. At the same time, when you are working with people, it's almost like, and this is something that I was mentioning to someone the other day as well, that talk the language of what's in it for them. This morning I actually wrote down on social media as well that, look, the difference between a CEO and an admin is the communication skills and the thinking patterns. When I say communication skills, in most cases I'm talking about, I mean, communication skills is a very broad subject and we can sit here for the rest of our life. But when you are talking with people, talk their language, which means that talk about what's in it for them. If you're talking the language of what's in it for me, unfortunately, you're just not going to get deals done. You're just not going to get deals done. Talk in the language of always what's in it for them, and absolutely never what's in it for you, unless you really, really have to. Okay, always what's in it for them. Okay, that is the language you want to pursue. That's the language you want to talk at any given time. People don't want to know your logo. People don't want to know your name. People don't give a shit about who anyone is. Okay, that is human nature, unfortunately, guys. Okay, what people care about is what's in it for them. Please write this down. This is the most important thing you will ever learn when it comes to communication skills, guys. You will just not learn anything better than this. I can tell you that. I've been in business since the age of 14. I have done more deals than you can, like literally more deals than you can imagine. Okay. I've been through like more than 20 different businesses, and I'm sharing all my expertise in one single subject, in one single line for you. Talk the language of what's in it for them. And you will win in most cases. You will never win every single case. It's just not possible, guys. It's humanly not possible. Okay. When you sit with people, people don't like your skin color. People don't like you. People don't like your face. People don't like this accent. You're going to find people that just don't like you for whatever the reason. You're just never going to win all the cases, all the projects. Okay. But you increase your chances of winning more deals by more patience. And when I say patience, patience does not mean you just sit there and not do anything. Patience means you keep taking action, but patiently waiting for the results. But at the same time, talking the language of them, what's in it for them.
Can I also say something, Jack? On
Go ahead, please do.
Yeah, it's also about safeguarding them as well. When you're talking in language, you're saying, how am I going to protect you as well? So you're kind of wrapping them in what I'm going to do for you and how I'm going to protect you, because that's what they want to hear. They want to hear that they're safe.
That is true.
Yeah, they're investing with you, but you're safe with that investment. Yeah.
Absolutely. Right at the top of the chain, what's in for them is their safety.
Yeah.
Safety of their life, safety of their capital. Very important, guys. Right at the top of this chain. Yes, thank you, Sapphire.
Guys, we're going to have to take a leave now, bro. I'm going to have to catch up with the last bit of it, but have a wonderful weekend ahead. Take care. Thank you, guys.
All right, guys. Anyone has any questions when it comes to negotiation tactics, guys? All you're doing is you're filling a table with strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats before you walk into a negotiation, regardless of how small or large that deal might be. Okay. Anyone has any questions? Otherwise, we can stop the recording and move on to our next one. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Have an absolutely amazing day. I'm going to stop the recording.